our keynote speaker for today. Throughout this India week, what we try to do, and focusing particularly on Thursday and Friday conferences in London, to bring together lots of different parts of India. Conversations that I've seen that happen in London and Oxford and the UK market about the Indian economy and Indian education tend to be focused very much on the big urban centers, Delhi, NCR, Bangalore, Mumbai, elsewhere. What is often missed is some of the parts of India that are equally interesting, equally exciting, but unexplored. Partly that would be because there's a lack of awareness on the UK side. Maybe it's perceived as being more difficult to access some of those markets. But on a very practical level, it's often also because, although India has 7 deputy high commissions, there isn't one in some of those parts of the country. So we've got a special focus on northeastern India to have a discussion on Thursday at the London conference, where we've got speakers from Assam, Tripura, as well as elsewhere from the northeast at the time. But today it gives me great pleasure to welcome the Education Minister from Meghalaya. For those of you who don't know, in fact, before I give more of an introduction, I think I was trying this with a couple of friends earlier. If there was a map of India that we drew, it was on the screen, and we took out everything but the northeastern India, removed the names of all the states, I'm pretty sure that even most Indians in the room would not be able to label all the states. Western will probably as far as everyone will be able to go. And that's why I think it's really important to be able to have representation from the Meghalaya and the Northeast on stages like this at the World Best University of Oxford, to be able to showcase why it's important to look at opportunities here and where those education partnerships might emanate from Meghalaya to the UK and beyond. So with that, may I please welcome the Education Minister of Meghalaya.
Very good afternoon. So I'm just 2.5 months old Minister of Education of the state of Meghalaya. And the best things, when I was on my way to London, I went to the counter for my current accents in Delhi airport. And the lady at the counter asked me to give the foreign passport. And I was surprised, and I've given my Indian passport, and she was not believed. Why? She didn't accept me as an Indian. So I come from the known as Meghalaya, above the clouds, and Scotland of the East, as was named before. As scholar says, the one fridge in 3 months, 3 years, 5 years, you plant the vegetables and the trees that bear fruit. But if you once you have fruits for 100 years, plant the children's. It is not, my dear friends, I was not aware that many great scholar, great personality, and many vice chancellor of Indian are here with us. So I'm privileged to be here among you, with all of you. And greetings from my state, from Honorable Chief Minister. We are fortunate to have our Chief Minister, Sangma, who has graduated from London. And greetings to all the delegates and other presence here at the Education Innovation Conference and the Indian Week 2023. From the land which is called above the clouds, our Meghalaya and India, our nation as a whole. I'm privileged to have given this opportunity to address, discuss, and interact with the distinguished members present in this afternoon in this hall of infamous Oxford University, London. The conference is spent for various studies and programs with a view to collaborate approach in the field of education and its future readiness. India has emerged to transform education holistically through the National Education Policy 2020, as we have discussed, which will see the improvement in access, equity, equality, and future readiness in all aspects of education, be it schools or higher education, are met as per the global standard. India, a very young nation which enjoys a healthy democratic development, this policy envisioned to equip our aspiring students with the knowledge and request skills with a view to develop an innovative, entrepreneurial, and research-based learning approach. The nation envisioned to improve the gross enrollment ratio to 50% in 2035 has mandated or higher education institution to the better for quality assurance by the National Accreditation Assessment Council. Meghalaya, being a small state in India, tucked away in the nation left arm, bordering Bangladesh in the south, is no stranger to the people of the United Kingdom. Back in the colonial past, Shillong, the capital of Meghalaya, was known as a Scotland of the East, was meant as summer capital back then. Our script was also developed by Welsh missionary Thomas Jones, where the headquarters was based in Sora, the Cherrapunji, the wettest place on the planet. With predominantly tribal community, the Khasi, the Garo, and the Jaintis, and we share a rich cultural diversity through our religion, language, food, and festival. Our people have a command of the English language and more our children lucrative in the service industry, where the language skill is required. As our population has 50% below age of 25 years, this present government in the state envisioned a holistic youth development plan focusing on three core fields: education, skills, and entrepreneurship. As our state also on the way to implement NEP 2020, the opinion we ask for different states, maybe in a different ideas for the small state like us. Because our state like, we are a revenue deficit state, there are lots of challenges in the state. But it's our endeavor to bring the standard of our education system so that it falls with a level with a standard of the country and also with a global standard. We have the potential, but there is always the challenges. Friends, Meghalaya is moving forward on the three pillars. As I've stated, like the education, when we're focusing on equity and computer courses and different courses that offer to our students. And also, we're looking forward with giving the soft skills, talents to our students, so that they will face challenges and they stand against the challenges tomorrow. As we launch called Skill Meghalaya and primes and different initiatives from the government, so that we identify the talent that we have and we groom up and sell out for services. And the prime is an acronym for promotion and incubation of market-driven enterprises, where the program envisions making entrepreneurship appropriate career choices for the youth and people of the state through creation of a dynamic and collaborative ecosystem and enable easy availability of credit, relevant technology, skilling and mentoring support, and access to high knowledge market the primary youth is encouraged to explore alternative method of employment and become job creator rather than mere job seeker. This is what we envision for our state, and we are identifying the many talents of our students, of the youngs that we have, so that we prune it off for better days tomorrow. So friends, as Meghalaya has a very, very small state, we have, but though we have a very small state, we have 14,600 schools. And we have 109 higher education institutions. And the number of students from pre-primary to higher secondary, about 11,27,750 as of now. And in the colleges, about 1 lakh students that we have. And faculty members, we have altogether about 54,000 faculty members in whole of the state. So we have lots of challenges in working for the welfare of our teachers as well. But as we take our nation forward and a step forward, we are always working always to give the best quality teachers to the students. So, as I see the many Indians, great people here. If we want to take our state forward, yes, in India, we have many states who are doing excellently well. As we talk, India is a great nation, and there is a democracy in the world. If we want to leave the trophy, we should have all the elements clear on the some talent skill. If we have some 2-3 players who is not up to that standard, we may lose the trophy. Therefore, what I'm saying is, as India moving forward, as just Madam has just raised a question, as India moving forward to be one of the top leading education center in the country, we should prepare every stage. We should bring up the standard of education system of all every stage of the country. Like as I've said in the beginning, many of the Indian states people doesn't know about the Northeast. Northeast is very far away from Delhi, and we are even in fact more closer to Dhaka, the headquarters, the capital city of Bangladesh. We live with certain challenges, but the talents, the ideas, the efficiency that we have, our people, of that reason, we are second to nobody. But we need a partnership. We need a praise. We always look for the support from the government of India. As just to say, we have very less private university, private institution. Mostly we are depending on the public institution being run fully by the government. Yes, of course, we have certain institution, it's a private institution, but not up to that standard that we're having in the great states of the country. Therefore, I think if the world wants a peaceful global, if India wants to run ahead, I think everybody, every individual, the great companies, the great nation, the great countries, the great individual, we should also think to invest towards this sector. Because no weapons, no missile is going to protect your country, except we design, except we prepare our children for better humans for tomorrow. Because the educated husband and wife never fight. Never fight. And also, though you are educated and well equipped, you are not able to sleep well if your nerves fight. Therefore, if you want to sleep well, you also think about your nerves. So, you have to take your nerve on board along. That is what the world needs today. Because the challenges for any global country is equilateral and identical. Tomorrow we will change, we face challenges on climate issues, peace and harmony, and computer science. Yesterday we were talking in the World Global Forum in London that the CEO of the court company was presenting about the artificial intelligence. Many education ministers of different countries were very difficult to accept the concept of artificial intelligence because we worry about for replacement, substitute of the human level. Yes, I'm also graduated in physics. I did my first graduate in physics. But would like to give my opinion. Yes, it is true. It is true that apparently it is true. This science, computer science, is to substantiate a human endeavor, but not to substitute. Therefore, we like to leave this talk to the global community. Yes, computer science, the technology, is a product of human endeavor. Therefore, as students of today, we should be a step away ahead than the technology. Otherwise, we will be controlled with technology. Rather, we should take control of that technology. For that reason, we should prepare our children so that in the days to come, they will be able to understand how to use this artificial technology if days to come. And also, yes, there are many challenges that we will face in the days to come. But therefore, would like to appeal to all the great Indians and the great peoples and the great countries of the global community. We should reach out, share the asset that we have today. As I've said to your members, yesterday a lady from Afghanistan, she was giving the presentation. It touched my heart and even brought tears from my eyes. She was appealing to the world community, any great nation, any great individual, please help us. Give scholarship to our students. Because in Afghanistan, girl children are not allowed to go for studies. This touch everyone's heart. I think of such kind, as a country, as an individual capacity, we can reach out, we can contribute, we can adopt, we can work together. Therefore, we'd like to leave this note at the end to each one of you. As we exist, we have been designed uniquely. Human has been designed uniquely. And what is the best that we have today? We have to live with the footprints. I think the best footprints that we are going to live is, let's adopt somebody. Let's work for somebody. Let's share something to somebody. Because when we leave this world, that individual will remember you. I think this is what the world needs now. And to keep the global intact, to bring the global community together, and to bring the global community together in a good way. This is the education, it's the only chapter, only sector that we have to concentrate. Therefore, it is not, We'd like to invite every one of you to work with us, to partner with us, and the asset that you have today, it's an asset not only to you, it's an asset for the generation to come. The asset means the education that you have, the resources that you have, as our former Speaker of the Lok Sabha, like Ye Sangma, always said, the purpose of our existence is not to consume the resources that we have today. The purpose of our existence is to preserve the resources that have today for the generation to come. Let's preserve and promote and share to the generation to come. Thank you so much.